Ta-da! She's looking good. Oh, welcome back to the Tesla, guys. Welcome back to the vlog. And, well, obviously I'm not replacing my Tesla. Now it's more of replacing the Tesla in the charging spot, and that's a problem. That's a big problem, especially when you're talking about a car that's not fully electric. So let's go see if it's up there. Yeah, let's, yeah, upwards and onwards, offwards, outwards, to work. Alright guys, so this Mercedes right here, this S550, looks like a convertible. This guy, I believe he works at or owns or has some sort of affiliation with Euro Motor Cars because, well, he always has a different car. It's a little dark and dreary out here this morning because of the rain, guys. I apologize for that, but I do want to say that, so there's 2 charging spots in my garage, and right now there's 3 cars. And well, a while back I thought there was another Tesla that was joining our garage, and obviously that's because there was another Tesla in one of the charging stalls. However, I only saw that Tesla for 2 or 3 days, and then it was gone. And I saw it in that spot where that S550 was. Now that S550, it's not always the S550. You see, that S550 has been a wide variety of cars, between that S550, that Tesla, a Honda CR-V, I'm trying to think, a Mercedes AMG GT. I mean, there's been a wide variety of cars in that same reserved parking spot. So that's why I know that it's, it must be the same person or the same couple or the same family. But irregardless, there was a Mercedes SUV in the charging spot yesterday, the day before. I don't know. I saw it there, and I was thinking, oh man, we're gonna have a 4th plug-in vehicle. But then it was a Mercedes, and that made me think, okay, this is can't even see people. That made me think that it was probably the Tesla guy, and I'm thinking, okay, if he works at or has some sort of affiliation with that dealer, he can probably get access to, well, a lot of cars. And if you have a charging station in your building and it's free, why not try out a Tesla, a plug-in hybrid, Mercedes, and just see if you like them? And you're basically getting a free test drive. What is interesting is that this guy can kind of get the best of both worlds, right? He can test drive a Tesla, all electric, but then he turns around and can replace it with a plug-in hybrid. And this gives you a chance to try out the best of both worlds, because, well, if you have a plug-in hybrid that actually gets some range, isn't always just in a hybrid mode, but can be truly electric mode, he can test out having the ability to basically pay nothing for gas if his daily commute is under, 50, 60, 70-ish miles, but then he still kind of gets the convenience of having that backup gas, which is kind of interesting and also kind of nice to be able to test drive a bunch of cars before you purchase. However, if he does decide to go with a plug-in of any sort, it does add another layer of complexity to my driving situation on a daily basis. Now, I do just want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who has liked and subscribed to my channel. Thank you to everybody who has left comments. I love, being able to share my insight, give feedback, and just talk to people in general. But I hope you guys are actually enjoying the content. If you are and you haven't liked or subscribed, please consider it, because I'd really appreciate it. But anyways, on with the video. You know what's up. Yeah. Yup. You guys already know. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ooh, we are spinning. Woo-hoo. It never gets old, guys. It never gets old. And I will tell you, those new tires make a huge difference. Definitely getting a lot more traction and a lot less wheel spin, even in the rain. So there's all seasons. It's crucial. It's crucial to replace those tires, especially on a P85 when all the traction is coming solely from the rear wheels. Anywho, guys, going back to what I was saying earlier with this guy, he has access in some way to all of these various cars. But having a Tesla versus a plug-in hybrid versus a gas car, it does definitely take a different thought process, because you always have to make sure you're fully charged. And if you're sharing chargers like I am, that can be an issue. For example, if I'm going into the weekend and, well, I go to my parents' house for dinner on a Friday night and I only have 150 miles of range, and I'm planning to wake up early and go to Cars and Coffee up at Hunt Valley, which is about 60 miles away, 120 miles round trip. If I want to do any other driving that next day, well, 150 miles is not really that sufficient. On top of that, I can't just pop into a gas station and quickly refill. There's a supercharger out of the way in Laurel, and another one a little bit out of the way in like a Gaithersburg area. There's a little town center thing called Rio. But they're not that convenient. So the real thing is, I have to make sure that I drove to work that day, and if I wasn't able to charge in my building, I can charge at my office. Luckily, I have those both in place, but that's something that I take into consideration. Do I need to plug in? So I usually like to stay as topped off as possible. But I usually know that if I'm driving to work and getting home, I get home on the earlier side than other people, I usually have at least a charger available, which means that if I go straight home from work, I'm golden. But if I don't, that's where I can run into issues. And, well, if you're buying an electric car, it's something to really think about, because if you don't live, you know, at your own house where you can just plug in whenever you want, then you're relying on the chargers being open and other people not using them. And, well, you don't want to rely on other people, I'll tell you that much, because like in my building, you have people like that, what was it? That Prius, that plug-in Prius was just constantly plugged in the whole day, and it was fully charged at like 10 a.m. Same thing with that Ford Fusion, just unplugging other people and plugging his own car in. So, I mean, you really can't rely on other people. It is a little sad, because you'd think that, you know, with all of the electric cars and plug-in cars coming out, people would be more considerate, because they would get stuck in a pickle at some point and realize, like, hey, I should think about this for other people. And I know I've been guilty of it probably once or twice, especially in my own building. But I know that there's 2 other people, and they do have my phone number and can text me. So at the end of the day, that's kind of how I didn't feel as bad. But I still felt bad, obviously. Like, you shouldn't leave your car plugged in if it's fully done charging. But I at least, you know, I can sleep knowing that the Volt has the gas on the other side of it, and the Tesla guy can always text me or the Volt guy to move our cars, etc., etc. But in public charging spaces and things like that, it's just, you kind of have to rewire your brain to think about, okay, like, how am I charging tonight, tomorrow? Do I have enough range to get there? Once you get used to it, it's not a big deal. I'm very used to it. It doesn't really factor in too much to my life, but something to consider. Oop. Alright guys, we're going charging. See, the nice thing about this center spot is that no one can steal my charger. Alright guys, time for work, but 2 seconds. I feel bad. I was that guy today. I got stuck in a meeting. I was supposed to unplug my car like 40 minutes ago, but I just got down here, so I do feel really bad. Now I understand why some people leave their cars in. However, that Prius was plugged in all day, and they were done charging at like 11 a.m. So I don't know what that Prius was doing, but that's my excuse. So sorry to anybody I was holding up. I know there's an extra Model 3 here. There's another car over there that actually unplugged the Model X, but either way, I'm moving now. Now there's another open spot, so my apologies. You know how work days are with meetings, getting held up. It's a real pain. Now I gotta find a spot in this garage. Sheesh. Another Model 3. Alright, we successfully moved to the back corner because, well, I'm sorry guys, really sorry. Well. A little close there with my side mirror. We are off work, and I don't think anybody ever actually parked in that space. I think the chargers are still open, so I don't feel that bad. Yeah, there's 2 open chargers right now, so you know, if people really wanted to charge, they see, 2 open spots. I was a bit of a hypocrite today. I ran long in a meeting and I didn't make it down to unplug my car, so I do apologize if anybody needed to charge today. Sorry. With all this rain, guys, this traffic's gonna be a nightmare. I'm gonna have to wash my car tomorrow after work, so it's ready for Cars and Coffee on Saturday. I mean, the rain is miserable. The rain is just absolutely miserable. Yeah, not super aware of where I was going with today's vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. It's usually just me talking to my Tesla, so I guess it gets pretty old, doesn't it? Anywho, I will be at Katie's Cars and Coffee Saturday morning. I might do a vlog tomorrow. I don't know. Basically today, I think I just kind of covered, you know, do you get a Tesla? Do you get a plug-in hybrid? You know, you really got to have like a better charging infrastructure and time and range for some people to truly be able to incorporate a fully electric vehicle in your life. And therefore, I understand why that guy didn't keep that Tesla in the garage too long, and you know, switched out to a plug-in, or you can just switch around and he does for the fun of it. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, there might be a plug-in Mercedes in our garage now. There might not be. I'm hoping there isn't, because four plug-in cars, having to share with all of them, I don't like sharing with all of them. Sharing with 2 is fine, but more than that, no thanks. Well, speaking of people parking in electric charging spots, there's a Honda Accord parked in the charging spot when I pulled into the garage. I don't believe it. No, there might be a plug-in hybrid Honda, but I don't think it was one. I'm just gonna say, I think that guy was just sitting there taking up a space. Unbelievable. But I think that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I'm not getting rid of my Tesla. I'm keeping it, at least for the time being. Well, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. So if you're enjoying the content, please consider liking and subscribing. And well, I guess until tomorrow or Saturday. Thanks for watching.